name is The Clever Fool. Today we'll be continuing on in our Barbarossa campaign, this time playing level 2, Henry the Lion. No particular Steam achievement associated with this one, so we'll go ahead and just dive right in.
The Empire was in full bloom, and her population was rapidly growing. The people felled forests, drained marshlands, and reclaimed land from the sea itself. This newfound prosperity made expansion too tempting to resist. Eager to test his military might, Barbarossa set his sights east towards the Kingdom of Poland. To assist in his invasion, Barbarossa called up one of his mightiest vassals, Henry the Lion. Henry was a powerful prince of Saxony, and his decadent palaces outshone the Emperor's own. While he swore fealty to Barbarossa, some questioned whether Henry the Lion did not want the Empire for his own. By ordering Henry the Lion to aid in the subjugation of Poland, Barbarossa meant to test his oath of allegiance once and for all.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Our main objectives? To defeat Poland. Easy enough. Our hints tell us that Barbarossa can only support 100 units during the course of this mission, and that the German states of Bavaria and Saxony are feeding the armies of Barbarossa and Henry the Lion. Defend the helpless feeders at all costs. Stop feeding me! Our scouts report that Barbarossa in red and his German ally, Henry the Lion in orange, are on an expedition east to conquer the lands of the Polish. They do not have villagers themselves, so both armies rely on supplies from the duchies of Bavaria in green and Saxony in yellow. Poland in blue occupies large swaths of land to the east and will field bowyers, swordsmen, siege weapons, and warships. They will send regular raids into German lands. Alright, so that means that the civ here has changed. Poland's probably going to be the Slavs, because they can field bowyers. Whereas before they used to be the Goths, fielding Huskarls. So this will be very interesting.
The counties of Bavaria and Saxony will provide us with the resources needed to outfit the Imperial Army. But we must defend them from the Polish.
Right. So we don't start with any villagers. Sadly or not so sadly. And what I think I'm going to try to do is against bowyers and swordsmen, I'm going to train cavalry archers and have some knights to ward off their siege. Let's pick up all of our blacksmith techs and begin scouting them out. Interesting that we start with the light cavalry here, considering that we can't actually produce any of our own. So Saxony seems relatively close by to us. The problem will be defending Bavaria, which is across the bridge here. We'll need to figure out a way to defeat Poland here, even though we don't have any villagers. Excuse me. In order to do so, we will need to know where the Polish are. The hints did say that they would train warships, so we should be careful here. They train what? Bowyers, swordsmen, and siege weapons. So Teutonic Knights could still probably be pretty good. Maybe not great, but they should at least be somewhat usable. We should be training some trade carts. That could be useful. Probably should have thought of setting that up beforehand. There's the warships. Let's actually shoot at them with our cavalry archers. Bait them into castle range here if we can. Oh, here come their bowyers. The good news is there only seem to be in the castle age as well, so we should be in somewhat good shape. I'm not sure if that stone is going to be useful for us at all. But I guess we'll see in due time, huh? Set our pikes to defensive stance and move them towards the bowyers. Looks like our friend Henry the Lion is about to move out.
Yeah.
Got pikemen. I feel like those will be useful against the bowyers eventually. Let's grab a couple fire galleys. I want to make sure that my dock doesn't go down here. Let's grab ballistics and masonry. Now that we have a couple of warships out, we can focus on our defenses for now. So we somehow have to destroy these castles without having access to Imperial Age. I guess this basically means we're going to need to train a bunch of rams. But I think for now we should focus on staying on the defensive.
Yeah. Ja, dies war Sasa. Pace? Ja.
Now, it actually seems our friends the Bavarians are actually fairly safe. No one's gone for them, at least. Gold is nice. And the free herbal medicine is definitely nice. But I would like some more knights here. And I'd also like to pick up our chainmail armor if possible. Let's buy some food. Pick up chainmail. My boy Henry's sending battering rams at them. How bold. Food is much appreciated for more knights. Let's keep trade carts up. FPS is really, really lagging behind here. I might need to turn off particle effect or something at some point. Any missing upgrades? Squires on infantry would be nice. Perhaps War Galley would be good too. So it looks like Henry the Lion himself is doing a great job on this castle. We'll let him do the heavy lifting for now. We only have 50 population headroom as well, which is kind of a bummer.
Barbarossa, I have some unfortunate news for you. You see, it is I who should be Holy Roman Emperor. Kneel before the lion.
Ah, yes. The good old
Your
Henry
Imperial
betrayal.
Highness, Henry the Lion has sovereignty over a population of peasants. We should capture them so that we are not dependent on our allies for supplies.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Here you'll see why I decided to make some cavalry archers. I'd like to not lose my market here. Perhaps it's somewhat of an unconventional choice, but I actually can't afford to lose even houses here. That's gold and stone for us. Very nice. Let's kill off these Teutonic Knights and figure a way to get into the bottom right corner. Bottom left corner, that is.
later. Streeted.
Okay, we know Henry has a castle now. So we'll need at least 4 rams, I'd say. Perhaps unfortunately for us, we still have Poland on our backs as well.
Later.
And we know that since he's the Teutons, he actually gets free murder holds. He doesn't seem to be producing any more units.
Heiße, dass ich soll. Ja, dies war
Let's back off a little bit. Let our castle do the work. My FPS is really suffering for some reason. I need to figure out what's going on next video. Let's get a few more battering rams out so we can start producing villagers. That should be the main priority here. Looks like they're about to send their second wave of units at us. This is why I run Teutonic cavalry archers. You see, I was prepared for this betrayal. Just because they're not great doesn't mean they're not usable.
later. Heiße. Streeted.
Poland can kill themselves on my castle all they want. Let's move to their castle. That's a university down, sadly. I don't want them destroying my market, otherwise my gold source will be cut off. That's altogether too many free ram shots on me. I should have moved to block that much sooner. I'm getting tons of gold and stone, but those are not the resources that I'm looking for here. Seems like there's a window of time that I should have utilized to kill Henry here that I missed. I need more rams. So I may destroy those guys. We need to free our villagers ASAP. In fact, I think we could just run past the castle here. Buy some more food, keep night production going, keep ram production going. Cool, that's a ton of villagers. And we're actually past our top limit,
Heiße?
which is reassuring at the very least. We need to bust these guys out of here and go about finishing off Henry the Lion. Our villagers help out. These trade carts are very useful for us. And Poland, hopefully, will delay sending their next wave for a little while.
Hey, ja.
Dies war...
What? Where did the castle go? Oh, it's still there. It's still there. Well, that was dumb. Yeah, for some reason their castle decided to get out of line of sight here.
Das war. Ja, das ist soll.
Let's see if we can sneak by into Saxony. We'll take some arrow fire. We might lose a couple. But once we get them out of this mess, we should be in much better shape than we were before. We have to defeat Henry the Lion now as well. I think we should focus on killing him before we kill Poland. And that's our villagers getting out. Let's repair up our castle. Lots of stone, lots of gold as tribute, which is really welcome. And we're out of housing. We need more housing.
Bereite. Ja. Heiße. Klickmann.
We can build a town perhaps in the south here with our friends Bavaria. Should make it a little bit easier for us to protect them. And that castle looks like it's not just finished yet. Kind of a shame. But also, I am pretty glad that we have villagers now. I do not like missions where I don't get to build things as much. Because they tend to require you to be very efficient with your resources. Our steady inflow of trade carts has also been very good. And it looks like their castle just barely managed to survive. So we need some rams to take care of that. But I think Henry is just about done. It looks like destroying that castle top north was what actually triggered Henry to turn on us. A little interesting tidbit there. This is just silly. I wasted some wood for no reason. Of course, there's a wolf. There's always a wolf. And this is Henry's next wave of units. Our cavalry archers are awfully low here. Wouldn't be opposed to creating a few more. No, not skirmishers. I want cavalry archers.
Hey, ja. Das ich soll. Wäre.
But the important thing now is that we have a consistent source of eco. Let's rush back what remains of our cavalry archers into the castle so they can heal up with the herbal medicine. And let's begin creating villagers.
Ja.
Ja. Holzer. Holzer. Jäger.
Bereite. Jäger.
Begin hunting. Send the rest to gold.
Heiße? Ja.
And focus on getting to the Imperial Age if we can.
Ouvert. Ja.
So we should actually look into building more town centers, since we have plenty of resources there.
Das ist so. Ja. Heiße?
Bereite. Ouvert. Ouvert.
I actually think we can fight underneath that castle now, at least for a little bit. Pick up handcart. We need more food. He's got 700 HP left on that castle. Should really see if we can rush it down. Get our economy booming again.
Ouvert. Ouvert.
It'll all be worth it if we can knock down their castle. That should be no more Teutonic Knights for them, which is really good for us. Let's actually build a second TC. Be right there. And a few more knights. I think we can finish Henry the Lion and castle now that his castle is gone. And that's Henry the Lion resigning. So we're in fact done here. That's really good. So now we really just have Poland to contend with. And we can advance to Imperial Age while they can't, it seems.
Bereite. Ouvert.
Ouvert. Ja. Ouvert. Ja. Das ist toll.
And despite being right in the middle of enemy territory, it doesn't look like Bavaria is in any danger of coming under attack. In fact, it seems like Poland's more interested in trying to level our base than anything else. So we can go about looking to get to Imperial Age here. We don't even need a sizable economy, really, because we're being slung by 2 allies.
Ja. Rete. Holzer.
It looks like Poland's army is mostly consisted of castles and military production buildings.
Ja.
I don't think they're gonna try to advance to Imperial Age at all. Shouldn't stop us from doing so, however. It's expensive food, but I'll take it.
Ja.
start going to Imperial Age.
Bereite. Boevere. Ja. Boevere. Ja. Des Jägere.
Fix our idle situation. And pick up these relics at some point.
Bereite.
Ja.
Das ist so.
Bereite. Das ist soll. Boevere.
Heisse. Ouvert.
Heise.
Wood in my eyes is totally optional. We should get plenty of wood from Saxony. Look at that.
Ja.
Look at all that, all these resources we're getting. It's absolutely incredible. Let's pick up town patrol. And I think I'm gonna go with knights as my primary military unit. Heavy cavalry, that is. Don't see a reason not to. Wonder when Poland's gonna start sending their next attack. But once we get into Imp Age, like, we should be in no danger at all because our units are gonna be so much more upgraded than theirs.
Heise. Ja.
There's the monastery. Let's put up a mill here. And that's us in the Imperial Age. Let's advance the Cavalier real fast. Pick up our upgrades. We need more food.
Hey, ja. Ouvert. Bereite. Ouvert.
More and more food. Food is really our limiting factor here. We can't even get heavy cavalry archer. So these cavalry archers are, as far as I'm concerned, a wasted investment. Doesn't seem that there's anything else on this side of the river.
Heise. Ja. Das ist soll. Jägere.
Pick up crop rotation. And I'm actually okay with losing these cavalry archers here.
Heisse. Ouvert.
Oh, they're actually attacking our southern side here.
Bereite.
Which is actually sort of problematic. I don't want them doing that. So let's actually get these villagers to build a castle.
Boevere.
Let those cavaliers go. And think about upgrading to paladin in the meantime. Poland's raiding our trade, which is somewhat obnoxious. But it looks like they're happy to let us build that castle right under their nose.
Bereite. Heise. Boevere. Boevere.
Yeah, we'll pick up spies. They don't have villagers. Look at this. All they've got are production buildings. And now we know exactly what they're up to.
Bereite. Hey, ja.
Bereite? Ja.
Heisse, ouvert.
Ja.
Good time to pick up Paladin.
Jägare?
Keep going on food.
Ja. Heisse?
Ja, also.
Have you guys build some stables
Ouvert, ouvert.
this way,
Heisse.
and have you guys build some
Ouvert,
siege
ouvert.
workshops. Let's grab conscription. And we'll want chemistry at our university. So let's build a university to replace the one that got destroyed. Maybe make a couple trebs in the meantime. Have you guys queue up some more Cavalier. We should have plenty of resources now. We can see exactly what these guys are up to. It'll just be a matter of destroying production buildings now. So all told, this should be a fairly straightforward mission.
Ja.
Ja.
There's our university up. Let's pick up chemistry.
Soll. Ja. Jäger.
We'll want siege engineers next.
Bereite? Ouvert?
Bereite?
Don't need rams, they're obsolete. Get siege engineers queued up. And the remainder can just be spent on bombard cannons. Chemistry takes so long, man.
Bereid. Ouvert,
1,
ouvert.
2,
Ouvert.
3,
Heisse.
4,
Ouvert, ouvert,
5,
ouvert.
6.
Ja.
Hey, ja. Jäger.
Ja. Jägare?
Grab ironclad. Pick up some bombard cannons.
Heisse?
Just in time. Tons of wood for us. And paladins for us too. Let's get our blacksmith working. Blast furnace. And siege engineer should be coming out. Yeah, it's already out. Now if this upsets them, which it should, we'll start sending some bowyers our way.
Bereite? Ouvert?
But operating on castle age units when your enemies have spies on you is not really the spot you want to be at. I think thematically, spies is my favorite technology. I just love the idea of just being able to have the end of the enemy come from the inside.
Heisse? Ja, dass ich soll. Dies
Ja.
war... Dies war...
Heisse?
Ja.
Bereite.
Clear up some pop space. I'd say this knight's earned a retirement. Got a ton of paladins in here as well that we should be sending to the front. Man, blue's really only got that one other castle. So we should be taking this time to rush in and destroy them. This is the only dock that they had as well. No, never mind, they have 2 docks. Let's have these 2 fire ships go up here and snipe this dock.
Heiße? Ja, das ist so. Das ist so. Zerstörme.
And truthfully, with the force that we have now, we should be able to just run them over. So I'm just gonna ignore the economy now.
Heiße? Ja. Bereite, was ich soll. Streetet.
They can feel free to just keep trickling in one at a time. It's not really going to do them any good. Let's kill that war galley that they just produced. It is much better that they produce bowyers, though. I think just thematically it makes more sense. Having gothic husk girls flying out of these guys made no sense to me when I first played through this mission.
Streetet.
We've seen some signs of life from Poland. Not much, but they're there.
Bereitet. Heiße? Zerstörme.
But their bowyers honestly don't stand a chance.
Bereite.
Heiße?
Don't need those villagers anymore. And yeah, I basically think that this mission's just about wrapped up. I think it's really funny how I lose sight range when I destroy buildings. I've got spies on them.
Bereitet. Dies war, dass ich soll.
Don't need boats. Since all their boats are dead.
Ja, ja.
And we'll just do the classic run them over with paladins trick. Goes a long way towards explaining why these levels are so easy. So all you have to do is outlast the enemy for the first bit, and we'll be good to go.
Heiße? Dies war, Zerstörme.
And I think that's Poland realizing that, yep, it's just about over. Alright, super easy map overall. Seems like when Henry the Lion destroys this castle, he decides to betray you. So in earlier games, he actually wouldn't betray you on his own. But now he actually brings about the method of betrayal. Henry the Lion himself also doesn't seem to have villagers though, so destroying him is really just a matter of killing his castle. And his castle isn't even in range of the villagers here, so you can just rush by, destroy the gate, run your villagers up quick through Saxony, and then have them rebuild. You don't need much of an eco at all, aside from some trade carts early on maybe to help you out while the going is still tough, and then farmers later to sustain production. Because food is really the only resource that you're going to need any amount of. Nice.
Henry expected to be drawn and quartered, the usual fate of traitors in those times. But Barbarossa recognized the potential for a strong ally and officially forgave him, provided that Henry the Lion would swear to support Barbarossa from now on. Amazingly, Henry agreed. The Germans were unified, and Henry the Lion was pacified. But the Holy Roman Empire was not complete. Harkening back to Charlemagne, the Empire claimed ownership of Italy, and especially Rome.
Yo. This guy looks like Berengar too. Why do they all look so similar? Alright, cool. Easy level, nice and relaxing to play after work. Till then, this has been The Clever Fool, signing out. See you guys next time.